What up, mobile gamers? These are my top 10 free-to-play mobile games of all time. I ranked them based on my playtime since starting mobile gaming over 7 years ago, and many of them I still play to this day. Let's start with number 10, League of Legends Wild Rift. The graphics on this mobile game is just like the PC version, and it feels like the technical skills have been seamlessly brought over from mobile to Wild Rift. And whenever I play this mobile game, it feels like the technical skills you need in the PC version has been seamlessly brought over into the mobile version. There is a high skill gap to win games with your team, and also a high skill ceiling to master your heroes in the lane. Most of the heroes on the PC version transfer to the mobile version, and it's the same map, same wards, same skills, same items. It's beautiful. Some would say it's too close to the PC version and the matchmaking is terrible. But what game does not have terrible matchmaking? Number 9, Stumble Guys. This lighthearted game taught me that there's fun outside of the sweaty action games. It's a multiplayer party game where you can just group up your friends or play solo and just have a blast. From all the different types of obstacles, the emotes you can do while running, even the action like punching, makes this game endless fun. I would often host prized events in Stumble Guys for the community, and the amount of sweatiness from everybody felt like a racing game. But the random obstacles and the twists and turns in each map made it feel like a casual game with high stakes, and that's fun. Number 8, Lost Light. This is my first looter shooter, and it was the most realistic shooter combat I ever played on mobile. The types of weapons, the types of bullets, the types of armor, the types of helmets, and you get lost in crafting your perfect weapon and body armor. Most, if not all, of the shooters that I played on mobile before had only one type of armor and one type of helmet. And it was either level 1, level 2, level 3, and that's it. But in Lost Light, you get up to 6 levels. And if you never played Lost Light, you basically enter the battlefield and loot whatever you can and extract. And whatever you extract, you keep with you, and you can re-enter the battlefield with that newly found equipment. There's also economy where you can buy and sell in the black market, and then you can also craft your weapons where you can start upgrading your bullets and upgrade different parts of your weapon and upgrade your armor and upgrade your helmet. There's also hydration and hunger levels. This is also cross-platform with PC players, and I remember playing against a lot of PC players in my lobbies, and it was almost 50-50 win or lose every time. 7, Pokemon Unite. It may just look like cartoons just whacking each other, but every little move matters because every little tiny increment that you get ahead of the enemy snowballs into a big win later in the game. And by the final 2 minutes, a main Pokemon spawns in the middle, and it's basically a coin flip, I'll be honest. It's very hard to take out, but once you take out, all the points double, and it can flip the tables right away. So even if you feel like your team's behind, you still have that 2-minute main boss in the middle of the map, so you still have a fighting chance down to the last minutes. Number 6, Marvel Snap. This is my first card collecting game. The depthness and creativity really shines through. There's so much to learn with all these different cards, and the meta shifts almost every update, which is every month. There's always a few new cards, a few new locations, and those few cards change the meta so much that the best performing deck becomes almost the worst performing deck, and new types of decks emerge. If you're new to the card collecting game, I highly recommend Marvel Snap. The tutorial is easy to follow, and it's easy to pick up and play. My only concern is that the matchmaking is somewhat rigged because every deck has a counter. So I noticed when you win a couple in a row with your solid deck, they will randomly toss in a hard counter to humble you with the loss. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. 5, Hyperfront. My favorite 5v5 game. Let's be honest, basically a Valorant's clone. And because of Riot lawsuits, it got cancelled. It had great characters and a great community, and at the high ranks, it was so sweaty and fun. It was one of those mobile games where you couldn't wait till your online friends hopped on so you can queue in again together or play against each other. I compare this 5v5 game experience to a basketball game. You have your team of 5 and the enemy had their team of 5. And everybody had their roles with their characters, and only one team could win. The time you spend in each match, because it is round-based, you guys would build a bond with your team, especially at the higher ranks. You will see the usual suspects, and every match felt unique. For example, the unique heroes within each team and also the unique characters of the players behind the heroes added a huge fun layer. 4, Apex Mobile. Rest in peace. Apex Mobile brought content creators from different mobile games into one game. And I'm glad I got to meet a lot of them and call them my friends. Apex Mobile was a quality mobile game to say the least. Unfortunately, it was losing money since the start and they couldn't keep sustaining it for the long term. Every big mobile content creator was there, and everybody was having so much fun. Number 3, MLBB or Mobile Legends Bang Bang. This was a very fast paced and almost built for mobile. The controls, even the angle of the camera on top of your mobile device where you see everything was perfect. The fighting pace upon entering a match within seconds is what mobile games should be. Action from the start. There's really no waiting when the match starts. Once you get into a match, you run into your lane and you can also buy items in your lane. Once the match starts, you just run into your lane and fights just happen. There's a huge level of strategy and also timing with all the objectives. And since you can buy items while you're laning, it speeds up the game much faster than Wild Rift. Number 2, COD Mobile. This game is like 10 games in one. Battle Royale, zombies, hide and seek, and a huge selection of multiplayer modes make this game a complete action shooter for any device. Especially all the different maps, and every new season there's a new theme. So there's a new mode, a new weapon, a new attachment. All these things combined makes this game fresh and new every season. My favorite mode is Search and Destroy multiplayer mode because that brought back the 5v5 Hyperfront vibes that I missed since it was cancelled. You get all the score streaks, all the throwables, the different characters. It just brings so much fun and excitement every time you play. The customizations from the gunsmith, the loadouts, to the characters, to the attachments, to the throwables, all make each character unique. And I'll always put this in my top 3. And finally, number 1, PUBG Mobile. It's my all-time favorite game since it was based, and when I took content creation seriously, it was basically my first mobile game that I played seriously and developed relationships with the viewers and the players. It ran super smooth on my crappy mobile device at the time, and I also appreciated the slower paced Battle Royale because in between looting, you can spend time talking to your squad and basically hanging out with them in between the engagements. Some of those moments between the engagements in PUBG was my favorite mobile memories. Every intense engagement with enemies was thrilling, but also the calm times between the fights were just golden. Because the viewers who played with me got to know me, and I got to know the viewers, and I got to share stories that I didn't think I would share ever, and learn so much how to be a content creator and streamer. So these games, just like I'm sure some of the games that you played, got you through a lot of tough times just like it did with me. And the power of these mobile games is that as soon as you tap to open these games, you can just jump in and start the action within a few minutes. One of my goals this year is to expand my taste in mobile gaming because I'm aware that most of my favorite mobile games are shooters and MOBAs, but I'm eager to see more. So if you have any recommendations outside of these categories, let me know in the comments. Hope to chat to you soon and stay connected on our socials and Discord in the link in the bio. If you want to see gameplay, highlights, reviews, updates to your favorite mobile games, check out the other videos I have in my uploads. See you later.